Happy Wednesday. So, I have to be honest, I did not want to get out of bed this morning. For Christmas, sometimes my husband and I, instead of buying gifts for each other, we'll buy something for the house or something that's for us as a couple. Well, this year we decided to buy a new mattress. It is a memory foam type mattress that has that special baseboard, and it just like you just like melt into it. Anyway, I did not want to get out of bed this morning, so I did not participate in my 5 a.m. club. So today we're going to talk about the 5 things you didn't know about bankruptcy. All right. So when many people are at the end of their ropes, they feel like this is their only option, and I'm going to challenge that. So before we get started, if you're watching this on YouTube, be sure to like and hit the bell button and subscribe so that you know when I go live. If you're not on YouTube, pop on over there when we're done and do the same. All right. So 5 things you didn't know about bankruptcy. Well, the first thing that I'm going to talk about today is its effect on clearances. This is especially important if you're a military or a government employee or anything that has to do with money or banking. These are questions that will be asked on your future job applications or even affect your current job clearances if you have a bankruptcy. The second thing that I want you to know is that it does not clear or discharge all of your debts. And people don't realize this when they go into bankruptcy. They think, oh, it's a clean slate, gets rid of everything. And unfortunately, that's not the case. Tax debt, through IRS, any kind of child support, alimony, criminal restitutions, DUI fines, um, a lot of long-term debts like your mortgage, things like that, those type of things will not be covered by bankruptcy. So just you need to know the facts that it's not going to be that free get out of jail free card that a lot of people hope it to be. The third thing that I want you to know about bankruptcy is that without a change of behavior and a plan in your financial life, it's a temporary fix. Good morning. Um, it's a temporary fix. And so I see a lot of clients who have bankruptcies in their past or even a debt consolidation in their past because it was a temporary fix. It fixed the problem for the moment. It fixed the symptom, right? It didn't fix the problem, right? So it comes, those issues come back if you don't have a solid financial plan. All right. Now, the fourth thing that I want to talk to you about bankruptcy is that in some cases, and this I think is crazy, in some cases, if you do well, say in the 3 years after filing your bankruptcy, you're actually penalized for it, which means if you have filed bankruptcy, you have this agreement that you're going to pay this percentage loan of like your unsecured debt, like credit cards and such. And then in 3 years, you're able to change your behaviors and get yourself into a good place. They can say, hey, you're doing well. Now you can go back and pay the debt you owed, which is more than the original bankruptcy agreement. And that's completely fine. That falls under, I believe, Chapter 13 bankruptcy. And so I just think that there's a lot of little things that people don't always know. Now, I'm not going to say that there is never a case where bankruptcy is a viable option because anything with money, just like with health, there's never one solution fits all, all sizes. But the fifth and final thing that I want to share with you about bankruptcy is that it can cost thousands of dollars. That's another thing people don't always realize. They think, oh, it's $500, or some people have actually thought it was free. Um, and it's just lack of knowledge, and there's nothing wrong with that. We fix that, right? We learn as we go. So when it can cost thousands of dollars to file bankruptcy and you know all the other effects it's going to have, I challenge people who are considering bankruptcy to compare bankruptcy to coaching, compare bankruptcy to a program that's going to get you on the right track and that why not have the same negative effects. All right. So if you have questions, be sure to ask them. Let me know if bankruptcy is something that you've ever either filed or you've thought about or someone you know close to you. I know of people close to me that have filed bankruptcy and it's been a cycle. And if you're not in my Facebook group, be sure to pop in there and see me. It's Faithful and Financially Free Families. And that is my free Facebook group, guys. All right. I will see you guys tomorrow. Oh, wait. Let me see. I got a question. In Chapter 13, always the best turn to, what will it get you in the long run? Okay, so Chapter 13 is a little tricky. Now, I'm not going to play that I am a bankruptcy attorney, so I do advise people to consult bankruptcy attorneys. But in my knowledge, a Chapter 13 will basically, they will take all of your unsecured debt. So again, if you have a mortgage, it's not going to affect your mortgage, car loans. But if you have unsecured debt, so if you have a large amount of credit card bills, um, that is something that it could help with. And again, it's going to be variable. This is something that I would talk to you one on one with. But basically, what they do is they go in and look at all of your unsecured debt, and in court, the judge will decide what percentage of that debt you need to repay. Um, when you agree, you have to agree on the repayment schedule, usually over 3 to 5 years, and that's why that 3 year kicks in for if you do really well, at paying your schedule, or even try to pay it back quicker, or you get a better job, more income coming in. They can come back and say, okay, because you've done so well, you can now pay back more. So that's the caveat with that one. The payments are also being made to a trustee, sometimes through a payroll deduction. So that's something there with Chapter 13. Um, So it's in some cases it'll stop a foreclosure proceeding, but it doesn't stop the payments that need to be made. I'm trying to think of the benefits. So the benefits of a Chapter 13 would be that it basically allows you to deduct or to discharge a portion of your unsecured debt, um, and that it will also protect your retirement accounts. That's the other thing. So, but again, if that's something that you are considering, I would maybe set up time. We can go through a list of questions that you want to ask a bankruptcy attorney, because obviously a bankruptcy attorney is going to be there to proceed with your bankruptcy. And there's some things that I just want you to know before you go. And maybe that's another topic for video, of a list of questions you want to make sure you ask before you go through with that. All right, guys. So come visit me in Faithful and Financially Free Families. If that answered your question, let me know. If you have another clarifying question, be sure to let me know that too. And you can always ask in the group, and I'll be more than happy to answer that. I'm here every morning to answer your questions and help educate you. So if there's something that you want to know about, let me know, and I will make sure to cover it. All right, guys. I will see you guys.